Hello computer the internet and welcome back to Let's Kill This Old Lady.
Holy fuck,
I'm just
Nick.
kidding.
Wait a second!
Yeah?
Maya was the one advocating for that earlier. Why are you suddenly, like, all for it?
Because it's a joke?
But it's my joke!
Well, fuck you.
Well, fuck you!
Fuck you.
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 Fuck you!
We're gonna, if I could monetize my videos, we would be instantly demonetized right now. But I can't, so who cares? I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer? Look. Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
No it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer.
Arrgh! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag a star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh, she's really pissed off this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Well...
I guess they're not filming today either. I want to see them filming. Just one time.
His trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No touching! Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. You didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack! Guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique indeed.
Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
This will only take a moment. And I'm skipping the dialogue. Oh.
Not that, the Neo Old Tokyo thing.
Oh, got it.
But yes, also.
Okay.
So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precincts. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright?
So the food in this plate had been laced with sleeping pills?
Looks like it.
How goes your investigation?
To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I'd buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
How is Edward doing, anyway?
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles... Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. Oh, hello.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so...
What? Why? But WP's innocent!
Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of Steel Samurai.
What? No!
Boop, 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 boop. Oh, looks like someone's sleeping here. Oh, sorry, I haven't cleaned up there yet. Hold on. It's Power's bags. I put all WP's personal belongings in there. He'll be able to come and pick them up, right? Oh, he'll be able to... Whatever. I don't know who read that. I'm sure he'll come, yes. Oh. No.
Wow, you remembered, Nick.
Thanks to you. I guess that was him saying what the name was.
That wasn't Bodie Woody yet.
They always have yours. Okay. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1.
He stole the Steel Samurai costume too!
What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then.
The rumor?
Yeah, Miss Vasquez, the producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything, she said, apparently.
Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt. You know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. Then they used a new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set that way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then?
Well, what do you mean, the last Steel Samurai?
I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No. No!
Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kid shows anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Damn it. Fucking... Listen, the analog stick did a little flicky thing. Why aren't they gonna make kid shows anymore?
You have a D-pad, can't you use that?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Well...
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all that's ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand?
How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something!
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adult can save face. I would think you would understand better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Can you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
So someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer.
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out.
I see.
You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Okay. Well, let's go after.
Well... Why? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why won't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do they think they make Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer! She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance?
I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols!
Nichols?
Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh.
Oh, right. Oops. That's okay. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect
No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers and trying to read my lines!
And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume! You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. I have proof.
Picture?
Or the sleeping bottle. Or even the steak.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Mr. Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Powers' costume. I guess the bottle would probably be because of Prince.
Yeah.
Here's my proof.
What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills. With Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers?
And now the steak, okay. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes, so?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There's a trace of the sleeping pill powder on the plate.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute.
Poor
Miss Oldbag. Here, take this.
A photograph? Wait a second.
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and then it fell onto the firebox fence. That's why it's bent.
Yep. But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand.
But that still doesn't explain as to why he stole the costume.
Yeah?
Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2?
Right.
But why? I wonder if someone called him? Like, the director or the producer?
Oh, wait. Is that new? Studio 2 is down that way. Studio 2, the real scene of the crime.
See, Nick, how did you figure that out again?
Well, actually, it's a long story. I'll tell you another time.
Aww.
Oh yeah, I can't even go into Studio 1 anymore.
Why?
Because I don't have the card key.
Oh, right. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hey, H-E-L-L-O! H-E-L-L-O!
Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. And that's all she had to say, apparently.
You have an attorney's badge.
Yeah.
Yeah! I don't know what that has to do with the driver's license, but alright.
Oh, that was new. There's a big tube painted here. So this is the number in Cody's photograph. And to think, if you hadn't brought that photograph in...
Don't get all teary-eyed yet.
There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these.
Don't get too close, the fence looks... Oh, that's the same thing. I thought it might be different now that we know.
Right. Maybe we have... Well, I think we actually have to prove that, like, he pushed it off over here and then he landed on this part of the fence and then we can examine it.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Hmm?
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you.
Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
You did it! Nick! She did it! She's the killer! My Furry blood speaks to me! I know it! I know it!
Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves? Oh dear.
She is no help whatsoever.
Right.
Well, I guess he's dead too. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here.
I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed.
Ninja ballet? It's also something that Ninja Brian would do.
Yes. Okay, well there's nothing in here. Perhaps...
I just imagine him in a little, like, black tutu, spinning in a real fancy fury with his shuriken, how he, like, slices, like, a bunch of people's throats all at once, and then...
Good.
Brilliant flourish.
She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old...
She was the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gone stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer.
Nick, she went inside the trailer.
Okay.
Don't do it, Nick, she's gonna kill you.
Oh no! You came. Well then, what was it you were talking about? Why is she so eager all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing the kid show for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now.
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went off sour of his own accord.
But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident.
Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought out that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He would have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now.
What? This is valuable evidence!
Boys?
What?
Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartbreak.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Why would you want...
Sorry.
Why would you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why would D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Oh, wait.
No! Nope. Yeah, hold it right there! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez! You're coming down to the precinct with me, now!
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided by tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
What? But there's one of him and four of them!
I mean, he's a cop.
Yeah, but...
I don't know.
what do they suddenly care? Like, they're mafia!
Yeah.
It's like, for them, erasing a cop along with the witnesses should be like nothing, right? Like, eh.
Eh?
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe? Thank you. I was really scared. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez.
Bunch of low-life scum feeding on the bottom of it. Grumble.
What?
Trying to make like a fish food chain joke thingy. It didn't work out very well.
Okay.
Hang on, I gotta peep.
What? We have 6 minutes! 6!
What?
Well, 7 minutes, technically. It's 6:50. Unless you just want to end the episode here. Yeah, you were the one who chugged the Dr. Pepper, so don't blame anyone but yourself.
Shut up! Wish I had the only bottle with a donkey on the head with it.
No.
Court is now in session with the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present this decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In today's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Ha! Edge.
Worth! You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio Trailer 2 that day. She's still smoking even here in court?
I guess.
Will the witness say her name and occupation?
D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios.
On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2.
As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please, give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Weird way to say that.
Yeah.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Their meeting began at 12 sharp, and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, and we went to Studio 1. That is all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van.
Hmm?
There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Okay. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No.
The meeting ended at 4. The rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those two times.
You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I said it... It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh. Oh, right. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me.
Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops.
It was a 15-minute break. Do you have someone who can certify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. Well, one person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have time to eat this T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak.
Well, Nick, find anything?
I kinda wish she said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said, somewhere.
I think the evidence should be... Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need to remind you it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat any steak during that break.
You ate the bone too!
You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with a steel samurai.
Order! Are you saying...
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak. And on the next episode, we will find out why.
Dun dun dun!
See you guys then.